Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Donald Trump says the US will definitely impose trade tariffs on the EU after announcing them on Canada and China. The 25% import tax on goods from Canada and 10% on goods from China begin on Tuesday. However, Mexico earlier announced that Mr. Trump would pause tariffs for 1 month with the country after he and Claudia Sheinbaum agreed a border deal. Stock markets fell in Asia during Monday's trading, while European markets dropped shortly after opening, with car makers particularly affected. While saying the EU would be the next place US tariffs would be placed on, the US president suggested a deal could be worked out with the UK.
We'll see how things work out. It might happen with that, but it will definitely happen with the European Union. I can tell you that, because they've really taken advantage of us. And, we have over a $300 billion deficit. They don't take our cars. They don't take our farm products. They take almost nothing. And we take everything from them. Millions of cars, tremendous amounts of food and farm products. So the UK is way out of line, and we'll see. The UK, but European Union is really out of line. UK is out of line, but I'm sure I think that one can be worked out. But the European Union it's an atrocity. Well, Prime Minister Starmer has been very nice. We've had a couple of meetings. We've had numerous phone calls. We're getting along very well. We'll see whether or not we can balance out our budget. With the European Union, it's $350 billion deficit. So obviously something's going to take place there.
At least 15 people, 14 of them women, have been killed in a car bomb attack in a vehicle transporting agricultural workers in northern Syria. Another 15 women were wounded by the blast on the outskirts of the city of Manbij, east of Aleppo, according to the Syria Civil Defense Agency. It said some of the wounded were in a critical condition and warned that the death toll would rise. There was no immediate claim from any armed group for the bombing, which was the deadliest since the rebel forces overthrew President Bashar al-Assad in December. US President Donald Trump has said he will cut all future funding to South Africa over allegations that it was confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. Last month, President Cyril Ramaphosa signed into law a bill that allows land seizures without compensation in certain circumstances. Land ownership has long been a contentious issue in South Africa, with most private farmland owned by white people, 30 years after the end of the racist system of apartheid. There have been contentious calls for the government to address land reform and deal with the past injustices of racial segregation.
¿Qué pasó cuando usted sube al podio?
Jenny Hermoso has told the trial of Spain's former football chief, Luis Rubiales, that the kiss he gave her at the 2023 World Cup stained one of the happiest days of my life. The Spanish world champion footballer was the first witness in Rubiales' trial over the kiss, where he is accused of sexual assault and coercion. Rubiales sparked major controversy when he kissed the athlete on the lips during the medal ceremony for the side's World Cup victory in Australia, triggering protests and calls for his resignation. He denies any wrongdoing. Hermoso told the court she had never given permission to be kissed and felt disrespected as a woman. Australian authorities are scrambling to help isolated communities in Queensland after a flooding emergency forced thousands of evacuations, cut power to homes and washed away sections of a vital highway. The flooding has claimed a woman's life and caused havoc across the state's north, with residents in Townsville, Ingham and Cardwell among the hardest hit. Record downpours are set to continue, authorities say, with parts of the region already experiencing almost 1.3 metres of rain since Saturday, causing rivers and reservoirs to overflow. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who was briefed about the response efforts on Monday, said that the disaster had brought out the best of Australians. And Beyoncé has taken home 3 Grammy Awards in Los Angeles, including Best Album. The star was recognised for her 8th album, Cowboy Carter, which celebrates and contextualises the black roots of country music.
Cowboy Carter.
She also won the Grammy for Best Country Album, to her evident surprise, in an announcement from Taylor Swift. Her haul of 35 trophies, won over more than 2 decades, makes her the most decorated artist in Grammy history. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.